Hey, guys. It's me, Snowball. I hacked into Trey's accounts, so I guess I have to do this now, and if he said this, the streak shall be your wages, then all the flocks bore streaked. So God has taken away the livestock of your father and given them to me. 10 And it happened, at the time when the flocks conceived, that I lifted my eyes and saw in a dream, and behold, the rams which leaped upon the flocks were streaked, speckled, and gray-spotted. Then the angel of God spoke to me in a dream, saying, Jacob, and I said, Here I am. 12 And he said, Lift your eyes now and see, all the rams which leap on the flocks are streaked, speckled, and gray-spotted. For I have seen all that Laban is doing to you. 131 Am the God of Bethel, where you anointed the pillar and where you made a vow to me. Now arise, get out of this land, and return to the land of your family. 14 And Rachel and Leah answered and said to him, Is there still any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? 15 Are we not considered strangers by him? For he has sold us, and also completely consumed our money. 16 For all these riches which God has taken from our father are really ours and our children's. Now then, whatever God has said to you, do it. 17 And Jacob rose and set his sons and his wives on camels. 18 And he carried away all his livestock and all his possessions which he had gained, his acquired livestock which he had gained in Padan Aram, to go to his father Isaac in the land of Canaan. 1 Superscripto Now Laban had gone to shear his sheep, and Rachel had stolen the household idols that were her father's. 20 And Jacob stole away, unknown to Laban the Syrian, in that he did not tell him that he intended to flee. 2 So he fled with all that he had. He arose and crossed the river, and hid at toward the mountains of Gilead. Laban pursues Jacob. 22 And Laban was told on the third day that Jacob had fled. 23 Then he took his brethren with him and pursued him for 7 days' journey, and he overtook him in the mountains of Gilead. 24 But God had come to Laban the Syrian in a dream by night, and said to him, Be careful that you speak to Jacob neither good nor bad. 25 So Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the mountains, and Laban with his brethren pitched in the mountains of Gilead. 26 And Laban said to Jacob, What have you done, that you have stolen away unknown to me, and carried away my daughters like captives taken with the Salaway bomb? Did you Neve secretly, and stall sent your me, and not in songs with Thavandai? Oi did not allow me to kiss my sons and your daughters, now you have won foolishly in so doing. It is in my power to do you harm, but to God of your father spew me last night, saying, Be careful that you speak to Jacob nay. Third good nor bad. At long you have surely gone because you greatly steal more your father's house, but why did you steal my gods? 35 Then Jacob answered as it said to Laban, Because I was afraid, for as said, Perhaps you would take your daughters from me by force with whomever you find your gods, do not let him live. In the presence of our brethren, identify what I have of yours and take it with you. For Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen them. 33 And Laban went into Jacob's tent, into Leah's tent, and into the two maids' tents, but he did not find them. Then he went out of Leah's tent and entered Rachel's tent. 34 Now Rachel had taken the household idols, put them in the camel's saddle, and sat on them. And Laban searched all about the tent but did not find them. 35 And she said to her father, Let him not displease my lord that I cannot rise before you, for the manner of woman is with me. And he searched but did not find the household idols. 36 Then Jacob was angry and rebuked Laban, and Jacob answered and said to Laban, What is my trespass? What is my sin, that you have so hotly pursued me? 37 Although you have searched all my things, what part of your household things have you found? Set it here before my brethren and your brethren, that they may judge between us both. 3 These 20 years I have been with you. Your ewes and your female goats have not miscarried their young, and I have not eaten the rams of your flock. 3 Superscripto That which was torn by beasts I did not bring to you. I bore the loss of it. You required it from my hand, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. 40 There I was. In the day the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from my eyes. 4 Thus. Have been in your house 20 years? I served you 14 years for your 2 daughters, and 6 years for your flock, and you have changed my wages 10 times. Asterisk unless the God of my father, the God of Abraham and the fear of Isaac, had been with me, surely now you would have sent me away empty-handed. God has seen my affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked you last night. Laban's covenant with Jacob 45. And Laban answered and said to Jacob, These daughters are my daughters, and these children are my children. Beauty's knock is my knock, all that you see is mine. But what can I do this day to these my daughters, or to their children whom they have borne? 34. Now therefore, come, let us make a covenant, you and I, and let it be a witness between you and me. 4550. Jacob took a stone and set it up as a pillar. Then Jacob said to his brethren, Gather stones. And they took stones and made a heap, and they ate there on the heap. 4. Laban called it Jegar-sahadutha, but Jacob called it Gilead. 48. And Laban said, This heap is a witness between you and me this day. Therefore its name was called Gilead, for also Mizpah, because he said, May the Lord watch between you and me when we are absent one from another. 501. If you afflict my daughters, or if you take other wives besides my daughters, although no man is with us, see, God is witness between you and me. What's mean? Laban wanted to make sure that Jacob wouldn't go back on his agreement and start abusing Leah and Rachel as soon as he moved away from Laban. That's why Laban called on God to serve as a witness and an enforcer of the agreement. Genesis 31, 4951. Then Laban said to Jacob, Here is this heap and here is this pillar, which I have placed between you and me. 52. This heap is a witness, and this pillar is a witness, that I will not pass beyond this heap to you, and you will not pass beyond this heap and this pillar to me, for harm. 53. The God of Abraham, the God of Nahor, and the God of their father judge between you. And Jacob swore by the fear of his father Isaac. Then Jacob offered a sacrifice on the mountain, and called his brethren to eat bread. And they ate bread and stayed all night on the mountain. 55. And early in the morning Laban arose, and kissed his sons and daughters and blessed them. Then Laban departed and returned to his place. Esau comes to meet Jacob. So Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. When Jacob saw them, he said, This is God's camp. And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. 3. Then Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his work among brother in the land of Seir, the people, country of Edom. 4. And he 1 commanded them, saying, Speak thus to my lord Esau, Thus your servant Jacob says, I have dwelt with Laban and stayed there until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, and male and female servants. And I have sent to tell my lord, that I may find favor in your sight. Then the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to your brother Esau, and he also is coming to meet you, and 400 men are with him. So Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed. And he divided the people that were with him, and the flocks and herds and camels, into 2 companies. And he said, If Esau comes to the one company and attacks it, then the other company which is left will escape. Then Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham and God of my father Isaac, the Lord who said to me, Return to your country and to your family, and I will deal well with you. 101 I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which you have shown your servant. For I crossed over this Jordan with my staff, and now I have become 2 companies. Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau. For I fear him, lest he come and attack me and the mother with the children. 12 For you said, I will surely treat you well, and make your descendants as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. 13 So he lodged there that same night, and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau his brother, 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 530 milk camels with their colts, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys and 10 foals. Then he delivered them to the hand of his servants, every drove by itself, and said to his servants, Pass over before me, and put some distance between successive droves. 17 And he commanded the first one, saying, When Esau my brother meets you and asks you, saying, To whom do you belong, and where are you going? Whose are these in front of you? Then you shall say, They are your servant Jacob's. It is a present sent to my lord Esau. And behold, he also is behind us.